Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 20. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him. When you go back to Mount Sinai, and the Lord had the children of Israel build that tabernacle, that tent church, and you read the description of those panels that made the Holy of Holies and the holy place, blue with scarlet, with gold thread. And on these panels, from the ground to the peak, were cherubim. And when the priest walked in, he knew he was in the presence of God. You couldn't help it. If you go back to the days of Solomon and the description of his temple, there were 16-foot high cherubim with wingspans. One wing 8 feet, another wing 8 feet. You had doors, entry doors beneath those wings of 16 feet wide, overlaid in gold. I mean, brilliant gold, silver, cedar. You walked in and you had to be awestruck. You had to feel that you were in the presence of God. And whether it was the tabernacle or whether it was Solomon's temple, walking into such a place, not only would you be awestruck, but you would be silent. You would be silent. The psalmist reminds us that the earth is the Lord's. And when we walk out of our homes, when we go out into the day, and we view creation, maybe think of it as stepping out into God's temple, or stepping into it, entering into his presence. You look up at the sky, clouds or blue or sunny or whatever it may be. Doesn't matter. There is no place on earth where we are not in the presence of God. He is there. He is with us. Even though we don't see him, he sees us. We're going to argue with him. We're going to talk back to him. We're going to say the yeah buts. Aren't we bound to be awestruck? Think of some place in the United States, or if you're a world traveler somewhere in the world that you've seen some awe-inspiring bit of nature. You're struck by its beauty, aren't you? You gasp in amazement. Are you not struck silent? When we come into the presence of the Lord, let all the earth keep silent before him, because he's the one who holds your soul in his hands. He holds your body and soul, your life, in his hands. And yes, there comes that day, doesn't there? At the end of time, when all the earth will be silent before him. and all the nations and all the unbelievers who raged against him, set themselves up against the Lord's anointed and said, we're going to break your bonds, we're going to cast you off, God, they will be silent. As you and I as believers walk through this life, yes, we pray to him, yes, we sing our praises to him, and we should, but do so with humble awe and respect for him who created you and in whose presence you and I dwell.